Hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Hello readers. Our weary trudge through the Carrion Pit continues. If you get an opportunity to leave us a rating or a review on your pod unit of choice, throw us some stars, we would love that. Get in touch with us via social media. Email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com. That's it. On we go. We've got a lot to get through. Let us push on with episode 202 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Bad Done.
Good evening, everybody. I'm with everybody apart from, yes, you guessed it, he's ill, apparently.
Yeah.
Dr.
He's always,
Eusebio.
you know, we know this
Spider
about him.
Mucus.
It's not
Dr.
news.
Eusebio, Spider Mucus. but I'm ill, but I'm here.
I've just got weird, kind of bunged weirdness going on. I'm not particularly ill. I feel normal. I'm just a bit, bunged.
You're just sick.
Yeah.
Bunged where? Yeah, is the question.
Yeah.
You have a bung.
Already been established that he's bungle.
Oh.
Don't really do too much of a recap. We're still in the Carrion Pit. Buggy, Burple, Sessions, Scaly and Parker are all hiding in Buggy's smoke issued from Buggy's
We're not
axe of the
hiding.
Grey Woodsman. Okay, well,
Just
You're all
happened to be
tactically positioned.
Yeah.
you like to set yourselves extra challenges. This is the we can't see anything challenge.
Yeah, because with that good.
Anyway, well, you're all within the smoke. Where we left things, you bumped off a load of those that wait, peoples, and you bumped off a load of troglodytes, and you had all sorts of fun with trying to keep Parker out of a pit of green slime and whatever. There were only a couple of these poison arrow archer things left behind you. Buggy can see them. They're kind of holding what they would call a watching brief. They're basically taking cover. They can't see you in the smoke. There's this very scary individual behind you, a kind of dragon-born, dragon-kin creature. She is quite floaty, and she has followed you into the Carrion Pit complex and seems to have closed the great red bronze door behind her, sealing you all in with her. Can't be good news.
No.
And
I thought
further into
I
the
misunderstood.
complex-
I thought she'd closed it from the outside. And I was like, oh, well, that suits us. But no, you're saying that she's come in with us.
If I didn't clearly communicate that last time,
I'm
and I
sure
probably
you
didn't.
did. That's just me being stupid.
And then further into the complex, where you've seen a hill giant waiting for you, in the darkness past Uncle Buggy's smoke cloud, you've heard the thundering of heavy feet and the kind of general troglodytery of troglodytes troglodyzing.
Okay.
I've marked that Buggy can see down that passageway. I'm doing the old corner of square to corner of square thing, and Buggy can see that there's a troglodyte that seems to be almost, as it were, uncontrollably regurgitating and kind of gurgling up some weird milky fluid.
Yeah.
Standing in the archway between the corridor, in which there turned out to be yet another one of these portcullises, and the opened up space behind it where there's this big giant, which seems to have sort of stepped forward. Buggy, give me an insight check. A 6. You can't really read his motivations.
He's trapped, isn't
The prisoner thing is weird because your intelligence is very low. No, the intelligence that you have gathered is, if he's Charlgar, who you're seeking, this is his kind of base of operations. We pick the action up on 12, just tucked inside the smoke. Scaly O'Toole, it is your turn.
I was worried about that.
You've got those that wait
Yeah.
on the map because Buggy shouted what they were doing, so I've left them on the map. But you can't see out of the smoke.
Until I do
Depends on if
something.
you do the corner of. Well, there is a corner of your square that is not obscured because the smoke is a circle.
Yes.
But using that strictly, that would mean you could also apply that if you're doing corner of square to corner of square, then you can be seen
Yes.
by anybody who can do that. And my presumption would be that you are using the smoke to
Yeah.
conceal yourself. Right. So you can't see out, they can't see you.
Yeah. But I can move 5-10 north to go
Ooh.
base to base with one.
Yes.
At which point I'll be able to see.
Reveal to you the whereabouts of this draconic thing. She's basically standing about 5 foot in from the big door.
Yeah.
Can you give me an intelligence check, Scaly?
An intelligence.
As you
check.
look at this creature, this may be sitting within your dragon knowledge zone
Yeah, but
that we seem to have
as
given
you know,
for free.
I'm not very clever.
No,
As
okay.
just proven by that dice roll
You're pretty certain,
that
Scaly,
she's there.
that you should recognise this person, but you don't.
Yes.
It's one of those, I'm sure we studied this,
I've seen this before.
but for the life of me, I can't remember.
I'm so thick. Right. White hair. Has white hair been hit? Does white hair look damaged in any way?
White hair has been damaged. Not, like, severely, but white hair has been damaged.
Well, I've just come up, bash.
Okay.
Bash, bash, then move. Oh, for God's sake. I rolled a natural one.
Hey, that's not ideal.
Start, do you mean to go on?
Would you like to gamble?
I
mean, if you don't, that's the end of your turn, or the end of your attacks. If you gamble and you miss, we have to draw a critical card. If you hit, that just turns that one into a normal miss, and you've got your other attack.
I will gamble.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
Come on.
It's not a huge
It's not a huge
gamble.
gamble. 24.
Okay, you hit. So that's just a normal miss.
That's normal miss.
So now go for your second one and roll a one with that as well. That would be nice.
No, that's a 16.
Ooh, it might be exactly enough.
I remember they weren't
It's
very
exactly
high.
enough. Yes, I thought it was. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yep,
going
you've hit it.
to do this with a first level Divine Smite attached to... Oh,
Okay.
for God's sake. 6 points of damage. Rolled 1 on a fucking D12.
Yeah.
6 points of damage there, and a further 12
Yep.
points of damage from the Divine Smite. At which point I will
Yeah,
also
well-
retreat back into the smoke. And
Do you have what's it called?
yes, mobility. It's the mobile feat.
Mobile feet.
Yes,
Okay.
so
You've got mobile feet.
I've got
Well,
mobile
everybody
feet,
has. Yeah.
but
Otherwise
they've
you
got
can't
a
go
bow,
anywhere.
so there's no attack of opportunity anyway.
Good point.
And I announced to the rest of the guys generally where I see the Dragonborn.
Guys.
You guys.
Team.
There's a Dragonborn thing. Team. There's a Dragonborn thing. It's
Okay.
it's about 30 foot northwest of me.
10, it's the troglodytes. Nothing's going on with the troglodytes. On 7, it's burpledy herpledy herpish.
Okay, I'm going to say to Buggy, I need line of sight to Krathanos. Then I'm going to move
Weird thing to say, but yeah.
into that room and ready a spell.
So you're sort of feeling your way into that room.
Yeah.
So it's sort of fumbling, following
Just
the wall
following
with
the
your
wall
hands
round.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really need to, but
Yeah.
I could say
I mean, you
where I
don't
was.
know about the. You don't know about the room.
Okay. Oh, do I not? Okay, well, I'll feel my way 5 foot south.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm still metagaming by doing that, really. Have I not seen this corridor at all?
Let's be nice and say that at some point in the past you've glimpsed it before Buggy has obscured it. So
I
you
think
know
he
it's
did
there. You know the
run-
rough layout.
Yeah. Okay.
He did, but whether you were there,
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know.
remember. You were the last person to join
Kind of
everybody. but
metagaming,
it
I'll
doesn't
say.
matter.
Okay.
It's fine.
And I ready a spell.
What's the trigger?
Being able to see Krathanos.
Whoever he is, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Charlgar.
Oh, is it?
Charlgar,
Sorry,
yeah.
Krathanos is the other guy
Yeah,
on the
I was
island.
going to say that's
It's going well. What's in the
nailed me
Charlgar?
to the wall on that
Right,
ready action.
okay.
Charlgar, yeah,
No, but
yeah.
C.
Got
They
it.
both begin with C. Hang on, I didn't write it down. Sorry.
Write it down. You're readying a spell. If you can see Charlgar, you'll cast it.
Yeah.
Got it. On 3, it's Buggy.
Right, I'm going to move northwards, right up to
Right up.
the end of the corridor.
Right up.
To the north end of the corridor.
Right. So I can see Charlgar.
You can see Charlgar, yes.
Okay. I will cast.
You've got dark vision.
I have got dark vision.
What's the range? 60 feet?
60 feet.
40, 50. No, you can't see Charlgar.
Do I not?
That's been revealed, obviously, on the map. Because there's no light down there, it's pitch dark. Charlgar can't see anybody either, you know that, or rather Buggy knows that. That's been
It
revealed
doesn't have
because
a
Buggy's been
kind
that
of 60
far.
foot and then 60 foot dim thing.
Oh, maybe it does. Yeah, no, sorry, of course. If it does that, then look it up. Yeah,
Don't know.
all you need to be able to do is literally see him, right? At all.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely thinking about it. You see however far your dark vision allows, and that's it.
Okay. There we go. So you can't see him.
Hog.
You can see the troglodyte standing in the doorway, the archway. It's an archway. It's fine, you don't lose your ready action, you can't see him. Continue with Buggy.
Right, I'm going to move to the northern end of that corridor, and then I'm going to do a ice storm at 6th level on
Right.
the wizardy guy. It's got a 20-foot radius. I want to get one of those that wait.
The wizardy
It's around
guy.
the corner.
As in
Yeah.
the female dragon
Yeah.
in
Well,
human form.
Yeah.
Wizardy guy.
Wizardy guy's close enough.
Yeah. It's a good description.
In Buggy's world, there's Buggy Go Bash things, yeah?
Yeah.
And then there's all the other nefarious, not fair, unsportsmanlike things.
Yeah.
Which basically are lumped together under Wizardy Guy. Includes archers, things like that.
I need a 20-foot template, please.
40-foot diameter.
Was it 40-foot diameter? Shit. Okay. Hang on a minute. I'll probably have to do it right up against the door then.
That's what she
I
said.
could do it in the corner, perhaps.
Oh, I see, because you don't want to blow yourself.
I don't want to blow
So
myself
that's
up.
quite comedy. Or rather, freeze yourself.
What's it, a 40-foot radius?
20-foot radius, 40-foot diameter. Where do you want me to put it?
Well, just cover up the wizardy guy and the...
Like those two? Like that?
Yeah, those...
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yes. Great.
And they have to make saving throws. What's the DC?
Dex save DC 16.
Well, we don't need to roll for those that wait, because even if it saves, it's absolute toast. But for the big thing, getting a 1.
Oh, joy.
This very wise
unreserved.
creature is going to have a quick think.
Shall we avoid it altogether, think?
Yeah.
Shall we have a legendary save action thingy?
Roll the damage.
35 points of damage.
Yep, got it. Well, I mean, you don't know because you can't see.
Then it's
very
difficult
difficult to tell.
until the next turn.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move
I'm going to leave the
back
template on in that case.
to where I was, but I just can't. I'm going to have to go and get a mouse. This trackpad's not working at all.
Well, ask it how to use your computer.
Can't believe I laughed at that.
Yeah.
New round. I don't know how many rounds we've been doing. On 22, floating up in the smoke, it is Sessions Epa.
Yeah, I don't know that I know what's going on to the north.
Presume you hear the ice storm.
Yeah, I can hear the
Yeah.
ice storm.
Were you ever out of the smoke? No.
Yeah,
So
I've been out
for
of the
all-
smoke last.
before, but
Before.
just when Buggy ran up north.
Yeah, I
he
can
didn't
see
run far
south. I
enough
can't
north.
see north. So I think I will fly south into the room that I saw that Buggy just revealed,
Yeah.
and keep travelling south until I come out of the cloud. I've had a good view of it, so I fly
Yeah. I'm
until I
with you.
find the wall, and
Yes.
then in and out, so I can actually see what's going on.
That room. Make sure I know what page I'm on of this thing.
Any doors
Just-
or...
I'll just give you the description. It's only amusing to me, but I made a big mistake last week. One of many.
And that's amusing, is it?
It's amusing to me.
Basically ruining everybody's enjoyment. You find that amusing?
Right. We'll talk about the mistake a bit later on if it becomes relevant. Sorry. Massive Great Adventure, millions of pages. Trying to find the room. I think it's room 4. Yes. There are great stone boxes. Bit of a weird thing to have. Anyway. Wooden casks spaced along the walls of this chamber. Several large, lumpy burlap bundles that seem to be leaking some viscous fluid. Several long poles wrapped in heavy canvas lean against the south wall. The smell in here is, if anything, worse. That acrid, horrible smell is worse in here than elsewhere.
Okay, that's not
That's
great.
it. No sign of any doors, no peoples, no nothings. No switches.
No switches. Okay. I guess I'll just look around the room and I will ready to
Mhm.
discharge my cool lightning on anything hostile that comes into sight.
Let us move on. Oh, who's got Lucas's character sheet?
Graham.
Who wants to be responsible?
Shall I roll?
Yeah.
Okay, D4, Sessions, Purple, Scaly, or Johnny. Dan! You are controlling Parker, at least for this turn.
What's the deal with moving through it? Is it double speed moving through the what's it?
The fog.
Yeah.
It's just completely normal.
Oh, is it? Okay,
I
so
don't think there's anything in the rules that say that obscured areas are difficult ground.
the ice storm is still going, is it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not damaging in the same way, but
Okay.
yes.
Parker's going to run up and hit Whitehair. What's the deal, Graham?
Christ.
I've
Well,
no idea.
Just roll
Yeah,
dice,
let's
and then you
let's
go
go.
4 points
it
damage.
doesn't matter.
Okay, so he gets
Yeah, I
2
mean, I
attacks
ignore it.
per action. Yeah.
I just go,
So
fine,
potentially 4
all the way
attacks.
through.
Only 2.
Why don't we just
Seems a lot
take an
more.
average number? Let's just figure out. He does about, I don't know, 40
What's he
points
hit? What
damage.
plus does he hit at?
Plus 11 if he's using his Staff of Striking.
So that's 22.
Well, that's a
what
hit.
damage does it do?
It does 1d8
That's
plus
4
6.
points of damage.
It does 14
Oh,
points of
14
damage.
points of damage. Vastly more effective suddenly. Okay, yeah.
Second hit
That's a hit.
also hits, doing 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
8 points of
Indeed.
damage.
Sorry,
6
8
points of
points of
damage.
damage. 8 points of
8
damage.
points of
The
damage.
The third
yeah,
hit.
Okay, yeah.
Hang on, have you got
Yeah,
3
yeah.
hits?
Well, didn't you say
Well,
it's
that's what we
2
don't
hits
know.
per action? I suppose that's
Yeah,
it.
he only gets 1 action.
That's disappointing.
Then he has some other
That's it.
things we need to
Okay,
check.
then he does some other things, Mike.
Yeah, normally this goes on forever. How come he's only had 2 hits?
Yeah, I know.
because Lucas
Flurry of
knows what
blows.
he's
What
doing.
about
The
his-
rest of us bonus
what about his-
actions.
It's a flurry of blows. He's
Knee
doing
flurry
Flurry
of
of blows. He needs to use a key point.
Yeah.
And you get 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, so that hits
Okay.
on the Scarborough class something.
That
yes,
hits
yeah,
on plus
yeah.
27, 1d8 plus 3.
1d8 plus
1d8
3.
plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does another 9.
9 points of damage.
And how many of those does he
It
get?
does another
He gets
9
another 2.
points of damage.
One more.
Another
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Another one.
So
Yeah.
that
Almost,
one
yeah.
is
Yeah.
hits,
That
hits
hits.
well
another hit.
and does
Yeah.
another
What?
8 points.
Points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that might be it.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
And
is
then
that
he
it?
runs back.
it's gone from being
And then he moves.
from being quite thumped to
moves
very
back into the
solidly
cloud.
bloodied.
Now,
He uploads himself into the cloud.
what do you reckon? Does Lucas count up or does he count down?
Lucas,
He's got
Key
15
points.
key points and currently he has 3.
bear in mind he works in base 8.
Yes, I was just about
Let's
to say
assume
that.
that he now has 2.
Oh, he's used
Or
all
do
the
you think
points.
he's used 12 key points?
That sounds very possible. He's been flurries of blowing. Also, he's been using them to buy saves.
Okay,
when
so
people
he's probably
gonna
got
push
2
him into
now.
the pit. Yeah. Okay.
And that is Parker's fast, efficient, highly
Very-
effective rod.
Could you, Dad,
He's
very
used all his
efficient.
lucky.
can you ask 4 questions now, please?
Yes. Well, the first part of the first question, Mike. The
Yeah. Yes.
The dragon. Can you see the dragon guy, girl?
Thing?
Parker, when
Yes,
he was
when
running
he was,
outside the smoke.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, fairly well obscured because of the whirly snow particles. But yeah.
Okay. And well, the second part of that is no, not really. We'll leave it.
Okay. Second part was no, not really.
Yeah, no, not really. It's
Well, it
hilarious joke.
is time for other people's. Going to do a bit of movementings with the arrangements of the peoples.
Oh,
and then
movementings,
movementings
arrangements of
again.
peoples.
Okay, well, some things happen.
very pleased to hear it.
You're not quite sure what those things are.
That's
Did you kill
normally
that last
the case.
Greebly?
No, they've moved away. We're in the smoke, so we can't see them, and they've.
Did I see where they moved? Did they go east?
Mike, do we hear anything?
Don't know.
Well, one of them you don't think survived the ice storm, and the other one you couldn't see from where you're standing, Buggy. So you don't know what's happened to it.
Haven't I got a line of sight to that corner?
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a tall one, I reckon.
it wasn't in that square. It was tucked around the corner
Yeah.
in that area, right?
You'd have to see through a wall.
There's a brick wall between you and that square.
Yeah.
But it must have gone the other way. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You didn't see it
Oh,
go the
west.
other way, so yeah, you can make an assumption. Yeah. You didn't see anything move or come out of the ice storm. Give me a perception check. Let's just make sure of that.
Yeah. Brilliant. Again.
9. No, you can't make out the dragon figure anymore. Ice is swirling around and now you can't see them.
I don't think it's obscured in the ice storm. It's just difficult ground. It doesn't say anything about difficult to see.
Okay, well in that case, the dragon thing glides towards you a bit,
Ugh.
gets to about the edge of the ice storm, and then as it leaves the ice storm area, seems to disappear. That's the last thing you know. You don't think it can see through your smoke.
Do I
On
recognise
12
her?
is Scaly.
Do I get a roll like Scaly did?
At disadvantage. Then you need a fairly decent number, but who knows what might happen. Well, we do know what might happen. Okay.
Yes. Nothing.
You haven't got a Scooby. Scaly on 12.
And do we hear anything?
No,
Right.
you don't. Do you mean coming from either direction?
Yeah,
no,
movement
nothing.
or-
No.
Scaly's gonna move 10 foot to the north and
Oh, blimey.
take a look.
Cleared the sinuses.
Sorry, Scaly's gonna move 10 foot to the north and take a look.
Give me a perception
Perception check, eh?
check.
18.
Okay, Scaly, there is a foot.
There's a foot.
You've got a kind of 15 foot by 15 foot section. It's not really a
Yeah.
corridor, it's more of a sort of square bit between the room you're in and the room to your east. Just round the corner, obviously probably pressing itself against the wall, you're not sure.
Well, hold a minute. My first question, and the first part
Yeah.
of my question is that foot attached
Yeah.
to anything?
Yeah, it looks like it's the foot of those that wait. You're not quite sure which one,
Yeah.
but it's shod in the same way as, for
It's-
example, white hair.
So it's a foot of a
It's
thing, not a
definitely
foot.
trapped that bit of corridor.
And that's
It's
why
definitely trapped.
I'm not going into that bit. Looking in the other direction, do I see
Nope, no signs of life.
no signs of life? Okay.
Nope.
In which case, I think I'm going to come back into cloud. There we go. Going to come back into cloud.
Right. You upload yourself back into the cloud.
Upload myself back into cloud and actually will keep moving until I bump into Burple.
Accidentally. Because anything else, Paul, would be metagaming.
Yes.
Okay, well that's you done.
We
On
don't do
10, you think there might be some troglodytery. There's not much movement going on though. It seems like everything's sort of locked up. On 7, it's burpledy-herpledy-hoo.
Okay, I'm going to...
Some kind of dragon-like creature has just loomed up towards you in the smoke. Perhaps very difficult to tell what it is. Could be
Yeah, I
the
might
evil
hit
wizard.
it. I'm going to move 3 squares forward,
Yeah.
keeping my readied spell, and I'm
Yes.
going to whisper, I need to see Charlgar.
You're going to whisper, I need to see Chow. Oh, I see. Gotcha.
To Buggy.
Buggy also needs to tell you not to fall into the hole that he's made, which would be very funny. Okay, that's it, Burps, yeah?
Yep.
Rounding everything off, it is Uncle Buggy. What would you like to
I
do?
don't know what to do.
Well, that's kind of a prerequisite of us moving forward.
Any ideas, folks?
I reckon attack Scaly.
I think that's kind of
Nice simple combat. No jiggery pokery. No unsportsmanlike stuff. Just the two of you going at it hammer and tongs.
Head north.
I could do a death
We need to
ward.
go and...
Long
I
overdue.
could do a death
yeah.
ward. Can you cast high-level spells at a lower level, or a low-level spell at a high level? Sorry.
Low level at a higher level.
Lower level at higher.
So I can
Higher at
swap
lower
out,
really would break the system.
I use my first level slot to cast Wish, do it
Tip
again.
things massively in spellcaster's favour, especially at early levels.
You can do that as a cleric, can you?
You can use a higher level spell slot to cast a lower level spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to do a death ward on myself.
Yeah, it's not
and
concentration
then
or anything, is
I
it?
will move to the southwest into this other room.
Keeps moving the bloody difficult to see thing on me.
Do you not want to be in there?
Everywhere you
Smoke?
go.
Can I see it? Can I see the hill jump?
Well, tell me
no,
sessions.
you-
I'll
No, it's okay
Avoid
for
you.
now because I think it allows Burple to do what he wants to do.
Well, I can go further south and go right down here.
Yes.
I'll do that.
The moment that Uncle Buggy fucks off,
Okay.
you can see, well, maybe Charlgar, maybe just a normal hill giant.
Yeah,
you can
maybe
see
just-
it.
Taking a bit of a gamble, but let's assume it's not.
By Charlgar, you mean the hill
giant.
giant, I think, is Charlgar.
Yeah. But I'm going to cast a
Because
spell
it
on
isn't Charlgar.
Hmm.
It's his brother, Cholgol.
Cholamus. It's Dominate Monster.
Dominate monster.
Wisdom save DC 17.
Okay. This...
Can I use luck on somebody else's roll?
No, we've had this before. Luck is a re-roll anyway. It would be phenomenally useful if you could. The most useful feat. If things saved, and you went...
Gambling that he's not very wise.
Let's just quickly check the spell, though. Because I'm thinking that you may be in combat with its mates. If you or creatures that are friendly to you are fighting it, it has advantage on the saving throw. Well, you're not fighting it. You are attacking its cohorts. I don't know how to rule that.
Well, we're enemies, aren't we? I think that's basic.
Yes.
If you interpret it that way, we're always going to be enemies.
If it
It's
works
really
like
about- I know what you're
charm
gonna
person
want.
or
I mean,
whatever, you know.
I think the sense of the spell is meant to be, it's more difficult to dominate somebody if you're actively in hostilities with them. I think it should be more difficult. You're invading its base of operations and killing its flunkies. I'm going to give it advantage on the save. I don't think it's going to make any... Before anybody gets too worried about this, it's not going to make any difference unless I roll a stratospheric number, which I would need anyway. So here we go.
I'm going to
First roll.
pre-lodge a complaint if it does make a difference.
That's not enough.
Isn't it? Oh, good.
No.
17 is not enough. Awesome.
No. And that's not enough. So that has succeeded.
Awesome. I shall say, fetch me the key.
We're into some very interesting territory here with this spell and what's going to happen next. You're using your telepathic link.
You can use this telepathic link to issue commands to the creature while you are conscious. No action required.
Does its best to obey. You're shouting, fetch
Give
me
the key.
Give me the key. It
I want
looks...
to be more specific.
It's not on him.
It talks to you through its brain. I don't have it. You'll never get it.
Where is it?
Oh, well, that's...
Okay, well, we'll do that next round.
We're
Yeah,
still in
okay.
the middle of Uncle Buggy's round. Buggy, session's on 22, top of a new round.
Well, we're now talking to it, so I suppose we don't want to attack it or its ally right now. So I think...
I think you can attack its ally. It's only if it takes damage.
You sure?
That's exactly right.
Okay, I'll fly out into the corridor till I can see Gurgle. I'll call lightning on Gurgle and I'll fly back into the room.
Does Gurgle get a saving throw?
Yeah, of course Gurgle gets a saving throw.
Who's Gurgle?
What's
Gurgle
it?
is the
DC 19
troglodyte.
something or other. Save.
Gurgle has
there.
got hope in hell, but let's roll a dice. Ooh, bounced off the 18. Gurgle fails that save.
21.
You can see his skull through his head. Dances about, Warner Brothers style. On 13, it is Parker who is being controlled by probably a council of people, but Johnny
Oh,
is
shit.
the chief spokesman.
Has he got any way of seeing invisible?
Has he got any way of seeing
Search me.
invisible?
No,
I don't think so.
No, he's a monk.
I would say not.
Can he do Misty Step or anything like that?
Not at the moment, no. I don't think so.
Not sure what to do. How many hit points has he got?
He's got a little over 100.
Does
Loads.
anybody else know what to do with him? I don't know.
I think.
He could attack Scaly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you
Or-
trying to get
yeah,
everybody to attack Scaly, Mike?
You're just nearest.
I think he should scout north to see if he can find the dragon.
Okay. He knows there's portcullises. Trouble is, there's a guy with a bow around the corner. But he can catch arrows, can't he?
He can.
His Fangs of the Fire Snake has got a reach of, 15 feet?
Fists of Unbroken Air
What range?
is 30 feet.
Okay, well, he'll move up.
So that requires 2 key points to use.
Oh,
Fangs of the Fire Snake requires 1.
I see.
I think he would probably keep his key points.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll move further north, avoiding the portcullis that came down previously, and look around.
Yeah, so he's staying clear of that area inside the door.
Yeah, can he see any hostiles? Maybe to the east?
Give me a perception check.
4.
4? No, he can't.
Alright, then he'll move back down near Scaly.
Well, that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of round we want. Right, on 13, stuff happens. Floating around the corner, appearing as it does so, is this creature. Scaly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can give me another intelligence check.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
A second glimpse of this thing.
That's a 10.
Oh, 10 is enough. This is a very famous creature. You feel stupid for not recognizing it before. Though, not as stupid as the DM feels for having spent the entire of the last session running the wrong creature.
Oh, marvellous.
Pretty much the entire session. Looking at the wrong one and then realizing
Is that why it went to kind of like quiet and...
it wasn't my finest hour. This is a creature called, and let me repeat this to myself, Zyzanth.
Zyzanth.
Zyzan.
Zyzanth. Zyzanth is a fang dragon. What is a fang dragon, you say?
Frequently. What's a fang dragon, Mike?
A fang dragon is a variant dragon. There's no breath weapon. Normally dedicates its life to sorcery and nastiness. Often works as a scout assassin hired gun for evil bosses, normally draconic bosses. Zyzanth is a particularly nasty example of the type. Rumoured to be a spellcaster of great prowess. To wield a black staff of a particular necrotic lethality, and a scimitar, which is meant to leave terrible wounds on its victims.
It's quite scary.
It is floating about 2 feet off the floor, smiling as it burples. No, it doesn't burple.
As it purple
um,
purples.
As it hovers round the corner. And it flashes through your mind, Skelly, that you know what this thing is, but not in time to stop it levelling its black staff at Parker. Parker needs to give me a wisdom save, DC 19.
Who's rolling for Barker?
Dan.
And
No, Johnny.
Johnny.
No, I roll shit.
Well,
It's not my go. I was only running him
is
during
your-
his round. It's not me.
yeah, but that clicks...
Parker is the save master. Parker gets luck. He's probably... Has he
He's
got any
used all
luck
his
left,
luck.
actually? Okay, he's got key points. I think he can spend a key point to re-roll a saving throw. So he's got that, and he's got an Ort dice. I think Parker is going to be fine, but he's got to give me a DC 19 wisdom
Who's
save.
rolling for him?
Well, it's still within Johnny's control. Yeah, because that goes on until his next round, you see. Those are the rules I've just made up.
Okay, I'll just roll a d20 and then Graham, if you tell
Do you
me
need to warm the dice
I
up?
will tell you whether you've
I
been...
won't warm them up.
Okay, so this is it.
All right,
In the
well,
spirit of Lucas, who doesn't believe any of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
my.
that's what happens when you don't warm the dice up. You roll a 1. That's what you do. Okay, so that's the
Can
first
someone else-
note. But it's early days. It's early days.
Has he got any luck?
Does he
points?
want to spend... No.
You can spend
He
all
used them all
he can use
staying
all
out
dice.
of the green slime.
He's got an Ort
He's
dice.
got an Ort dice, and he can spend a key point to re-roll a save with the power that Lucas didn't know he had.
So
Right.
which first? The
Well,
The Ort dice is much more likely to succeed
Yeah.
and would preserve the key point.
Yes.
I'll do the
I did an
Urt.
Ort dice.
An 11. What's that in total? It's going to be high.
It's
'cause he's got
18.
great wisdom.
Total.
Okay, so he's made it. He's made it.
Made
He's
it.
fine. He takes... It's not that much. It's not that bad. 22 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then this thing keeps moving
Gonna go east, isn't he?
and just glides back round the corner. You hear a kind of light chuckle from it. Almost human. In fact, sounded eerily like Sessions' chuckle. Like, maybe it's a perfect mimic. On 12, it's scaly.
That's so annoying. Scaly's gonna head north 30 foot. What can he see as he breasts the opening of that
As he
passageway?
gently breasts the opening of his passage. You can see this thing floating in the
Maybe
chamber
it's
beyond.
floating so it doesn't trigger the traps.
Give me a perception check.
It's an 18.
Yeah, okay. The foot is still there on your left, just
Holding
round
the
the corner.
lever.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going any further.
You got a misty step.
I've used it. And then I'm going to pull back
It smiles at you.
5 foot and I'm going to
Mhm.
ready something if it comes in base to base.
What are you readying?
Can I tell you later?
It's not quite how it works. You don't have to be super specific,
I've got
but
a
you have to be relatively specific. Like,
I-
are you going to welly it? with
no.
your
I've
chopper?
got an ability I'd like to enact.
Yeah, I understand. You want to have that card face down in front of you to flip
Yeah.
over at the point where it's triggered.
One of
for a
my
little bit of theatre.
maybe it's not actually within 5 foot, within 10 foot of me.
Okay, that's enough of that. On 10, there's general what's-itedness. Purple, you receive a telepathic communication from this hill giant that
Yeah.
you've dominated.
Yeah.
It says, the key is somewhere where nobody can retrieve it. Even you! Haha! You always feel like it's got that kind of accent that the dubbing doesn't quite match the lip movements.
Oh yes.
That's a classic.
Now you must fight me! We'll retrieve the key from here. On 7, it's purple.
Where is it then?
It is in the pit. It is with the mother worm.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Why us?
I wish to keep it safe. I wish to keep it away until I have finished my schemes.
How were you going to get it?
His mouth has only just stopped moving.
How were you planning to retrieve it?
It's a giant plot hole. I was going to cross that bridge when I came to it.
Where is the pit?
Well, now you come to it, go and get it.
It is certain death to try and retrieve the key from the mother worm. That's quite a lot of dialogue. Going to do anything with your turn?
Perplexed by that. It's dominated. Surely it would be a bit more helpful.
Would you like me to slay the mother worm and retrieve the key for you? Oh, master.
Is that how you were planning to get it?
I hadn't thought that far ahead, oh, master.
Sounds like
but
a
that
plan.
makes no
Intelligence.
sense.
Of 8.
Right. That makes more sense.
I don't know if it has got an intelligence of
Like
8.
talking to
but I was
Buggy.
just kind of...
How
I
do
was
we,
improvising.
how do we get the pit?
It has an intelligence of 5.
How do we get the pit?
Excellent.
I've forgotten. I'm going to milk this intelligence of 5 for all it's worth now that I've discovered it.
I'm going to cast...
Can you help me? Go to the loo, please.
I'm going to cast mirror image on myself.
Mirror image isn't concentration, right?
It's not.
Dumb question. Okay. Not as dumb as the hill giant.
And then, not quite, is that surely because it's still my round. I'm going to move
Yeah,
out
so your
of the
turn.
way into the room and...
Always thinking 2 moves ahead. Worrying about the horrible dragon thing.
Yeah, hiding in a corner. Yeah.
Hiding in a corner.
Yeah. I'm going to be
Lovely
hiding
work.
in a corner.
Loving your work.
I'm going to order him to attack the troglodyte, kill the troglodyte in front of him.
He says, fine, but I will be squeezing. No, he doesn't say that. He's not intelligent enough to understand the concept of squeezing.
Yeah.
And my voice is getting worse and worse. On 3, it is Uncle Buggy.
I don't know what to do.
Come up and be with.
There's things to fight.
Come up to me.
There's this hill giant.
Yeah, but
there's
they're all stuck behind trapped.
there's this really scary dragon thing.
Go and fight the
sessions.
dragon, the scary dragon thing. Oh, brave and mighty warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come and be with me.
behind a portcullis.
At least get within range.
Is there anything else in this room that I'm in? Is that the full dimension?
Yeah, there's a load of stone boxes and wooden crates and burlap bags. Seem to be leaking some kind of very acrid and awful smelling viscous fluid.
Oh,
And
yeah,
there are,
sorry about that. I'll tidy up later.
Yeah. Maybe that's what the giant sponge is for. And there are poles wrapped in canvas, none of which is interesting to you. Oh, and also there was a box, like a chest, with some kind of dwarven rune on it, and there was a broadsword that was floating on the shelf, crackling with a kind of blue
I don't believe it.
And a belt.
electric energy. And there was a belt with a symbol of something of a giant kind of symbol on it. Yeah, and there was a helm with like a lightning crackly thing running between the
And boots with
giant
wings.
horns. But that's just something that Graham left behind earlier.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, if I go up there, Scaly will be in darkness.
Yes, it's true. Don't put me in darkness.
Well, smoke.
Why don't you just turn it off?
Because it's protecting
Yeah,
me.
but it's just hindering everybody else at points.
Well, I could go into that portcullis area.
And then have the portcullis drop on you. But you've got a hole.
Look at the hole. I'll have to make the save versus paralysation, don't I?
Just turn it off.
I don't want to turn it off.
Alright, then don't come up this way. I need to be able to see.
What are you doing?
It's a genius bit of kit to give Johnny.
What would you like to do? Come on.
I'm not doing anything. It sounds terrible.
You're not doing anything. Well, that closes out the round. On 22, it is Sessions.
Okay, I'm going to move up to the doorway. Yeah?
Yes, of the storage room. We're
Of the
calling it the storage room.
peering up the corridor.
You can see Parker and Scaly and...
Yeah, I'm
Really
going
not
to...
much
If I
else.
see the dragony thing float round,
Yes,
I'm going to call lightning on it.
got it. On 13,
That's what I'm doing. I'm readying an action to call.
it is Parker. Let's just hope it's Johnny. It is not Johnny. It is Dan. What would you like Parker to do in his turn? The dice-free Parker.
How many hit points has he got?
He's now got about 80 hit points.
Have we got any dimension doors or something like that?
Has he got any
Through?
healing?
I think it's brilliant. I think this is brilliant. Is
Portcullis.
that Johnny has put into our heads the idea that there are portcullises everywhere. I mean,
There are.
it just could be there isn't. But the thing
wanna
is,
take that
I
risk?
want to take the risk.
Go on.
He
go
can
on,
do
Scaly,
cure
you run up.
wounds on himself. I think that's his only healing.
Skelly's on 100 out of 180.
How many hit points is Buggy on?
188.
188, and then you rage.
Then I rage, so I get double that.
So why are you cowering at the back?
Because I can't get through that portcullis.
Well, I'm thinking that Parker might run in, hit it, and run back out again.
No, it always comes down as soon as you go in.
That's why I'm saying Parker can go in and disprove the fact that there's one there.
No, I think that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I think that's
But
using Parker rather flippantly.
Yeah, but it's my round, isn't it? So I say
I might object to that.
Has anybody got dimension door? We can get the other side.
Why don't you try with your 188 hit points and your raging?
I could go the other way, actually. I could do another stone shape on the eastern side of that portcullis near Charlgar. He's not going to attack me, and then I can head north, maybe.
Oh, around the... Yeah, it's difficult to know where... I mean, Charlgar's going to attack Gurgle, isn't he? Isn't that what Dan asked him to do?
yes. I think
So
Parker
once
should run
Gurgles-
round the wall,
Well, that's an interesting thought.
Oh, that's a good idea.
the dragon guy, and run back again.
That might not trigger the trap, because I think the guy's floating over the ground, so he doesn't...
No,
trigger the-
I think it's the guy whose feet you can see has the lever.
Yeah, but if it's a
If there's a
pit
trap.
if it's a pit trap, he will be unaffected.
And he could go and attack him to stop him doing the lever, at which point I'll pile in.
Yeah.
So what's his speed?
65.
So he could get to it.
45, 50, 55.
He could get to the thing.
Yeah.
Could he try and grapple the wizard?
When he gets to the corner, Dan, when he
Yeah.
gets to see the room, it might be before he moves any
Yeah.
further forward, you might want to see what else he can see.
Well, you can do kind of conceptual stuff with his mini for as long as you like, but at a certain point you need to tell me what he's doing.
He's running around the wall, Mike. So he's not...
Yeah, he moves straight up, Straight north.
Straight north.
through Scaly
Yeah. Through
to
Scaly.
the point where he can see the dragon figure floating in that chamber.
Yeah.
And he's got that 15-foot area of ground which you're convinced is not,
And he
safe.
jumps
Onto the wall.
15 foot onto that wall there
The northern.
and continues his move
Yeah.
east and into the
East.
chamber.
into the chamber. He's moved 50 foot to there. He's got.
Let me
another
show you what we can
15.
see before we do any more. It's not going to make any difference, but
Very large mouth.
yeah, it's just a
A
giant
big eye.
eye looking at you.
Beholder God.
There we go. It's a very boring chamber, but
Crucially, there's a lever.
yeah, standing next to a lever
God, Johnny was right.
is
Was right.
white hair who looks A, really rather winded, and B, a little bit put out by the sudden appearance of Parker.
Who's now going to attack him?
Mhm.
So the trap didn't get triggered.
Triggered.
Hang on, before you attack him, you can't get back out of where we think the trap would be if it's a cage.
Cage is surely that
Yeah, but he can move
box.
forwards.
You want him to move to there, just to
He
be
doesn't
safe.
have to do it right now. He can attack.
No,
and then
yeah, you can do it.
finish
You can
his
do it
move.
afterwards. Yeah,
So he's going to hit him.
yeah. 18.
So that's a D8 plus. Was it 6? The first one.
Oh,
7
points
points of
damage.
damage. Second hit.
oh,
16.
No,
16
Exactly what you need.
oh, yeah.
for another
Oh, yes.
12 points.
It's still alive, but it's looking very, very near to the point where
Shall I
it
spend
isn't
the?
anymore.
I'll spend the key point.
I think you have to.
It says as a free action, mercy, please, in common.
Goes thwack. Another 5.
It's still alive. It shouts, we are slaves, please.
That's another 5.
Well, despite its protestations, which were sincere, should have been believed. And there was an enormous experience bonus attached to it. No, okay, it's dead.
Right.
You waste it. Gone,
and then
gone.
there's nothing north, right? That is the full extent of that room.
So far as you can see.
No doors.
Well,
Secret
no doors you can see. You've not had a chance to properly search or anything. I mean, this whole thing could be just in the same way that it's riddled with portcullises. The whole place is just riddled with secret doors.
With magic, yeah.
Maybe it is. Is that it for Parker?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to try throwing the switch to see what happens?
No.
Quite tempting.
Okay. The floaty dragon, nasty, hisses and smiles at you. It says in Burple's voice, "Hello, Parker." It levels its black staff at you. Can you give me a wisdom save? DC 19, please.
A wisdom save.
Wisdom
DC
save.
DC what?
19.
DC 19.
19.
What's he roll at?
+7.
So
you need a
all he
12.
needs is a 12. It's going to be fine.
Always not.
And he's used his
Okay. He's got no luck. Well, no, he can spend a key point. Has he got any key points left?
He has 1 key point left.
So he can spend his last key point on re-rolling it,
Yeah.
or he could just take it.
He's leveling his weird black staff. Yeah, I think we do the Oh, cocky.
Oh dear. Okay, Parker. You take some necrotic damage. Let's start with that.
I blame Dan.
It's a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit more than necrotic damage.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yes.
No,
Oh,
it's
you
time.
could do that.
Oh, God, there's quite a few 8s in there.
38 points of necrotic damage. And Parker, I'm going to roll 1 to 2. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3 is 1. 4 to 6 is 2. 1. Can you cross off 1 death save, please, Parker?
Ooh.
How do we do that?
And we'll find out just how much trouble Parker has got himself into
Boo.
in the obviously portcullised death trap chamber prison
Do you know what
that
this
he's
is?
locked himself into with the floaty dragon horror.
This
Also,
is karma.
we have to tell Lucas about this, but he gets an Orc dice when we pick things up next week.
This is just karma. This is karma for Dan trying to drop us all in the shit last week.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I wasn't dropping anybody in the shit. I was protecting everybody with the wall of force and trying to prevent that from coming down. Idiot.
The Billowing Hilltop Podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Kings of the Rift and Age of Worms are copyright Wizards of the Coast. Kings of the Rift was written by Greg A. Vaughan. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!